Everybody, and thanks for joining us today. Hopefully you can hear me okay. Looks like we have a really great turnout, and I'm really excited to share with you guys how to send and receive faxes and text messages on your phone.com account. So my name is Derek Arteas, and I will be your presenter today, and I'm currently a customer service representative at phone.com. And just two quick things before we get started. If you guys do have any questions, please feel free to enter them in the GoToWebinar Questions tab. I'm going to be pausing periodically throughout the presentation, so if anything pops up in your mind, enter those and we can definitely answer those as time goes along. And today's content is certainly suitable for a beginner. I consider faxing and SMS to kind of be the basics of functionality of your phone.com account, so everybody should be certainly comfortable with this presentation. All right, so let's jump on into an overview of what we'll be covering today. As far as SMS, we're going to go over how to send an SMS text message directly from your account, and we'll also show you how to configure your phone.com number to start receiving text messages. For faxing, we'll show you how to send a fax directly from your extension settings, and then we'll also show you how to set up your dedicated phone.com number to start receiving faxes. As far as notifications, inboxes, and troubleshooting goes, we'll show you how to check your inbox for received SMS and faxes, and we'll also show you how to receive an email or SMS notification for faxes and text messages. And lastly, we'll show you how to troubleshoot any common fax issues that you might encounter. So before we jump into the practical specifics of how to do anything, I just wanted to go over some general costs and restrictions to make you aware of. SMS is always completely free, unlimited usage. It will never count against your phone.com minutes, which is really great. Faxing is a little bit different. One page equals out to about 1 minute of minute usage when you send or receive a fax from a regular extension. However, if you send or receive from an unlimited minutes extension, then it's going to be completely free. As far as restrictions go, SMS and faxes can only be sent and received to US local numbers. I have seen faxes sent to some international numbers in the past. It's not fully supported, so if that's a functionality that you need, I certainly recommend sticking with maybe a landline fax provider in that regard. And also a situation I encountered yesterday, somebody was trying to send a Skype verification text message to phone.com, and we discovered that Skype does not currently support SMS to any VoIP carriers, so just to make you aware of that. All right, so let's jump on into the first topic, which is sending text messages from your account. There's 4 methods to do this. I will only be covering the last 2, but just to give you an overview of what's possible. You can send an SMS text message directly from the iPhone or Android mobile app that we offer. If this is an interest for you to set up, please let me know, and I can show you how to find that on either app store. You can also send it from the mobile website at m.phone.com directly on your cell phone if one of those 2 apps doesn't work out for you. The 2 that I'm going to be talking about is sending an SMS from your extension settings and also taking a shortcut with the default extension shortcut bar, which is available in your account. So let's jump into the interface now and we can check this out. So I'm signed in right now. I would like to make you guys aware this default extension shortcut bar, this is on every right top corner of any page of your account. I'm not sure if this is kind of an unspoken feature that we offer, but if you've never configured this, what it's going to say is select default extension. If you choose that, you can choose the extension you want to use. I'll just go through this again. So I can either use 502 or 503. And when you choose set default, it gives you all of these shortcut bars that are super efficient. So if you haven't taken advantage of this yet, please use it. These are all one-click steps to get directly to your inbox. You can use the place a call feature and then fax and SMS. So if I choose SMS here, it's going to pop up the SMS option directly for extension 503, and I can enter in a cell phone number for who I want to send a text message to, and then send a text message directly after pushing go. That is the more direct method. If you need to send a text message from multiple extensions on your account, I'm going to show you the more long way. For this, you'll go to Configure at the top, and you'll choose Manage Users and Extensions. And for our example, we'll choose Edit for extension 503. And then we'll choose Send SMS on the left-hand side here. So just like the screen I showed you before, you can enter the number you want to send a text message to. You can enter the message here. I do not believe there's any character limit. And then you push go and then it sends away. And one thing to make you guys aware of, Send SMS is displaying for me right now on the left-hand side navigation bar. If you're logging into your extension and you do not see that, that's because your outbound caller ID is not set. So as an example here, you can see my outbound caller ID is an 858 number. If I were to set that to private, as a quick example, and then save my changes, and then go back into the settings, you'll notice it's disappeared. It's not here anymore. So whenever you want to send a text message directly from an extension, you need to make sure that your outbound caller ID is set as a US local number. So if you set it as a toll-free number or an international number or a private number, it's not going to show up. So let me put that back really quick. Okay, so that was pretty simple, sending a text message, quick and easy. I highly recommend just using the shortcut bar as it's the fastest method, but if you have a special circumstance, certainly use the extension-specific settings for that. And let's jump on now into receiving text messages. When you add a US local number to your account, it will not automatically receive text messages. You need to enable SMS forwarding and choose an extension inbox to have SMS sent to. So let's go ahead and jump into our number settings here to get this configured. As you can see in the picture there, I'm doing SMS forwarding to extension 503, which is what I'll show you now. So to do this, we need to go into our phone number settings. We'll go to Configure at the top of our page, and we'll select Manage Numbers on the left. And again, the 800 number and the international number I have here cannot receive text messages, so this option won't be in there. So I'm just going to modify this for our 858 local number. And to get into the settings, we'll choose the edit box. And you can see here we have an SMS forwarding option. And all you do is you choose the extension that you want SMS sent to and save changes. So now the way this works is that when somebody sends a text message to my 858 local number, that text message will get delivered immediately to my extension 503 inbox. And then from there, which I'll show you later, you can actually set up email or SMS notifications to get immediately notified about that. To keep this rolling. So sending faxes. The process is that faxes can be sent from any phone.com extension on your account. There's a send fax option right next to the send SMS option. And one thing to make you guys aware of, when you fill out the send a fax page, please be sure to put your email in the send a confirmation email to field. If you don't do this, it's not going to send you an email confirmation of your fax sending successfully. And that is the only record you will ever have that it was actually transmitted properly. As you can see here on the right slide, this was an email I got for sending myself a test fax, and it sent successfully. If it says it failed, it'll say so right there, and it'll also give an error message. So you can kind of troubleshoot it, or you can use that if you need to reach out to our support team. So as far as faxing goes, again, we can use the default shortcut bar. I'm going to show you the alternative method, which is to go directly into your extension settings to find this. So again, we'll go to Configure, and we'll choose Manage Users and Extensions. And let's select Edit again for extension 503. And on the left side navigation bar at the very bottom, we have send a fax, which we'll select. All right, and so to go over a few things, let me make up my phone.com number that we can send a test to. So you enter your fax number. This cover page is totally optional. You can click it on and off, enter a memo, enter a subject, to and from, all that good stuff. Your caller ID can be set as your phone.com number. I could use one of these three. I'll choose the 858 local, and you can also set the caller ID name. If you do have a trouble sending faxes, I would try toggling the fax quality to low, between low and medium. Sometimes if somebody chooses high, it just doesn't accept it, whether maybe it's transmitting to an analog-based fax machine. And again, I also talked about the send a confirmation email to. Definitely always enter your email and save those if you need it for your records. If you want to attach a file to your fax, you can do the choose file option, and we accept all these file types, most being PDF. And once everything looks good, you choose preview fax. And we'll wait for that to load. So the preview fax page will show you exactly what your fax is going to look like on the receiver's end once it processes. And if that all looks good, all you do is push send fax, and it will say it's queued for delivery, and immediately once that fax has been sent successfully, you'll get your confirmation email that I showed you earlier. All right, so that was sending faxes. Let's move on into receiving faxes. So to receive a fax, it's a little unique in that you must have a dedicated phone.com number on your account that only receives faxes. I get a lot of people asking, hey, can I use my 844 toll-free number for calls and faxes? Just not the way it works, unfortunately. At this time, you need a separate number that only does faxes. And on this number, all you have to do is set your call forwarding settings to receive faxes as shown below, and then you can choose your extension on which to receive faxes. So let's jump on into the interface and we'll configure our US local number to receive faxes. So again, we'll go into the number settings, we'll go to configure, and we'll choose manage numbers. Actually, no, let's do our 800 number just to mix things up a little bit. So for our 800 number, we'll select the edit box, and for number action, we'll choose edit. And this gets you to a call handling rules page, which I'm sure you're all familiar with, hopefully. So all you have to do is change select operation to receive fax, and then choose the extension you want to receive faxes on, and then just save rule settings. Now I might advise, maybe give your number a test call after choosing this option. It should immediately ring to a fax tone. At least that way you know that your number is working immediately as a fax number. And once that saves, okay, so that was receiving faxes. And Karen asked, can we choose a number for our fax line? Absolutely, and that's a great question. Let me show you real quick how to just add a basic number. Sorry, I actually totally skipped over that. I should have gone over that portion. So Karen, to add a number, what you'll do is you'll go to configure, and then you'll choose add a number. As you can see here, we have all these options: US local, global, toll-free, etc. To keep this simple, I will choose, let's do a US local number to show you the process. So you do US local, and let me grab an 858 area code for San Diego over here. You'll get your city listing, and you can choose, or say Rancho Bernardo if that's where you are, and you'll get a big drop down of all the numbers that we have available. And all you do is you check the box and do add selected, and it'll add it to your account, and then you can configure it to receive faxes. And it's a similar process for toll-free. If you choose toll-free, you can choose a prefix, and then you'll just get a continuous list of all the numbers we have available. We got inboxes and notification settings. You can check for all of your received faxes and SMS directly from your extension inbox. And you can also set up to be notified of fax and SMS notifications via email or SMS. So let's check out those two right now. So quick access to your inbox is to, of course, select the Inbox tab on the shortcut bar. If you want to get there another method, let's say you have multiple extensions to check, you can go to Configure, and you can choose Manage Users and Extensions. And then you'll notice there's a little envelope icon here with the number 2, which means we have 2 new messages. And from here, we got a test fax that I sent myself earlier. If you choose View, it's going to open up the PDF preview of that fax and you can download or save it. And then we also have an SMS message that I sent myself. You can actually reply directly to this if you choose SMS. You can just do your message and then type Go. Of course, everything can be deleted. You can choose the trash can icon, or you can do the checkbox, and then do Delete Selected, and then choose Go. As far as notification settings go, we need to go into the extension settings for this. So we're going to choose Settings on the left-hand side, and we're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. And you'll see here we have the voicemail notification settings. And this isn't just for voicemails, this is also for fax and SMS. So it's going to send you a notification if you get a voicemail, if you get a fax, or if you get an SMS. So all you do is you check the checkbox to send an email notification to if you want that. And you can separate multiple emails with a comma. There's just a 100-character limit. And then you can also have a notification set to your cell phone as a text message with that button. So I am going to save those changes. We'll send both an email and an SMS. And that will just automatically start working. So moving on to the last thing I wanted to cover, and then we can answer any additional questions that we have, is troubleshooting faxes. What I've seen, these are 2 of the most common scenarios that we are currently experiencing. If you have a fax that is showing up in your call logs, but not your inbox, this might mean a couple things. The first is that it might be a misplaced call by the caller. I would highly recommend calling that number back. If it's not a fax line, you don't get the fax tone, it probably means they just misdialed your number. It'll still show as a received fax in your call logs. I know it's confusing, but just to provide you some relief so you know you're not missing a fax. The second thing I found is that when people try and upload a fax PDF and preview it, they get a text not found error. The most common problem for this is that the fax file might be corrupted. Easiest way to try and fix this is to resave the file as a PDF and also give it a brand new file name, and also make sure that your file name does not have any special characters or spaces. That usually tends to clear things up. If both of these don't work, please reach out to our support line. We can do some additional troubleshooting to figure out what's going on exactly. And very last thing now, sending faxes and SMS on the go. This is just kind of a bonus. Please let me know if you want me to go into detail on how to set this up. But our iPhone app, it's really cool. You can send and receive SMS and faxes directly from the iPhone app. You don't need to use the phone.com control panel. So I highly recommend using that if you do have an iPhone. It can be found on the App Store by searching for phone.com mobile. So let me know if you want me to pull up the App Store and I can show you what it looks like. Okay, so that's all I had for today. If you guys don't get your question answered in the time we have left, please reach out to our support line, or maybe it's unrelated to the topic today. We have 24/7 phone support at our 800 number, also email and chat support, and then we have our social media team on Twitter and Facebook.